so I've never liked the basement of this barn. Like, to the point that I am adamant, like, if my husband needs something from that part of the barn, I will not go to that part of the barn. I am adamant. Like, you gotta get it yourself. I will not go. Fuck that part. I'm leaving it alone. So anyway, so we're here for, I don't know, 6, 7 years. A bunch of neighbors come down the road. They come up to our house. And there's somebody who lives behind us. So not the house behind us, but the house next to them. Okay. She grew up in that house, in this area. And she and I get to talking, and she goes, well, you know your barn's haunted, right? And she turns to walk away, and I go, you don't get to walk away. Yeah, on that note, like, tell me. Yeah. And she says, at some point in the history of this barn, it's kind of known that there was a man who abused his wife, and he murdered her in that barn. And her body disappeared, and nobody ever heard from her again. I cannot find anything that supports this. I cannot.
We're checking out the top first.
Okay.
Oh, it's a bank barn?
Yeah. Yeah, there's the lower spots down around that way.
Well, this would be good to figure out the difference. Mm-hmm.
It's an old barn, too.
Yeah.
The way they got the ladders and stuff and things.
Yeah. And if we go down to the part. The upstairs is like really peaceful. Yeah. Down there, I'm not going in.
This is what you're calling the basement.
This is the basement, yeah.
This is where I got the creeps.
Yep, I'm gonna hang out
way.
right about here.
Down in here is where I got the creeps before.
So, milk room or...
My breath just got harder.
Yes, that's what I mean. There's like a heaviness in here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's like you're underwater.
Maybe she was choked.
Yeah, it's noticeably different at this point.
What's on the other side of the door?
I don't smell like smoke. Like
That's where we were.
You can walk around the whole barn. It's just sort of yeah.
Look at those old timbers, though, to think about when these were actually cut down.
I never actually walked around like to this side of it. That's neat.
That's cool, this door.
So, dairy.
Oh yeah.
Sure, they
That
milk
one
all
goes
the...
up. That confused me too. There's like a little spot. It's kind of like by that door that you walk in on the right.
This is, they put this in later for milking.
Yeah. Yeah, there used to be stalls. See how this is? Oh, this is the... Yeah, look at those old hand-cut timbers.
Yeah, this is some old timber frame.
Yeah, logs.
Pretty cool.
If there's anybody here with us, can you make a noise?
Huh?
Knock on a wall?
Hello. If you'd like to talk to us, we can hear you. Oh, shit, what was that?
I don't know. That was not me.
Oh, shit, what was that?
I don't know. That was not me.
That was not you?
No,
That
that was a
was not
noise from
me.
upstairs, actually. It felt like it was on the floor.
Okay.
Was that you? Can you do it again?
Do it, come
You say so?
If there's anyone here, can you please make a noise? Knock on a wall, drop something. Something that we can know that somebody is here besides us.
All right, there was another knock up there.
There wasn't
Not
any.
me, but something fell over here.
Okay.
Thank you. We heard that.
It was to my right. It's kind of freaking me out, actually. I'm
Yeah,
gonna go.
I felt like something was thrown or dropped at the other one.
Let's see, I don't know if I can get around this way, but I'm gonna try. Is there somebody over here near me?
There's somebody
Might
next
be
to me,
here
right? I'm like hearing
Right, I
breathing.
know
I'm like,
that
oh
it's you
shit.
for sure. 3 knocks. One more knock, please.
Could you make another noise for us? Just so we know for sure.
So what?
What was that?
Yeah, I think
Is that somebody? Is that somebody?
touched
I
something
think
there,
that's
yeah.
that was.
Touched
I
something
think
there,
that's
yeah.
that was
Like, no,
Billy.
step over there.
That's me.
Okay, that was Clint. So we heard 2 distinct knocks so far when we asked for
Mm-hmm.
confirmation.
And that first one was a loud one.
It was. I got it on film. Could you give us one more sound so that we know there's somebody else here besides us?
So that door,
Mm-hmm.
I walked past it with my dividing rods. I started to pull out my silver ones. And, something told me not with the brass ones. So I pulled the brass ones.
Okay.
I don't use those as often. The silver ones I use on people.
Mm-hmm.
The brass ones I just don't use very often.
Okay.
But as I was walking that back wall, when I got near the door, right, so the door's there and following the wall, right there. My right hand, there's some movement because I'm walking.
Mm-hmm.
So they're kind of, as I'm walking, it's probably my hip shifting, right? So they're kind of moving like this. And my right hand just goes, points to the door, and then just does wide,
Did you hear
wide,
that?
wide.
Yeah.
Right, so they're kind of moving like this. And my right hand just goes, points to the door, and then just wide,
Did you hear
wide,
that?
wide.
Yeah.
Oh.
And then I go
Like, what
to the
did you
corner,
hear? Because I just heard like a
Settle
whispery,
down.
like.
turn
Yeah, I heard a
around,
whisper. Okay, that wasn't you.
expecting the right hand to do it again.
Okay.
The left hand.
I'm filming, so we'll see
So
if it
it's
shows up.
getting pulled
And this one,
door.
I can see. Step
Is
with one
anybody
walk.
here? You can whisper
My
into
left
this
hand,
camera.
Boom, boom, to the door, and then settled down when I got past it. So,
That's interesting.
and then I had Billy go stand in the corner to watch me
Mm-hmm.
to see if I'm doing it.
Were you, and it wasn't you?
Well, he had a hard time seeing,
Okay.
but it didn't look like I was, as I'm walking, like I was.
You weren't twisting and moving.
Yeah. You don't like coming into the barn
No, fuck that.
all the way to this corner.
Yeah. Fuck
Right?
this whole. Yeah, no, I won't.
But I don't think it's the corner necessarily. It's this doorway.
It's the door.
I'm not sure how I feel about vortexes. People talk about gateways and all that.
I don't know
I-
enough to have an opinion.
Yeah. So.
I think it's more than likely And
So
I
it's-
also think that not everything is like a spirit. It also could be universes kind of colliding, Mandela
Yeah,
effect type of stuff.
So I'm not.
Yeah,
Somebody else
kinda
may say
layers.
that's a.
Yeah.
Somebody else may say that's like a vortex, like it's literally a doorway.
Right.
I don't know if that's what this is or if this is. I'm leaning toward.
It could be equally that something terrible fucking happened there.
Well, I think more things that
but
are
that-
terrible
that
might
would
happen in
explain-
vortexes anyways.
That's true. Creating the vortex.
They're
Yeah.
like
I know they ever
weird.
tried to fix the doorway.
Yeah.
Because that's a convenient door to have.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
If they're
No,
gonna
you're
block
right.
up, they fixed some of the concrete and everything else, but they turned around and just boarded up the doorway. Cause so I don't think anybody else liked going to the doorway.
So that's good to know. Honestly, I don't spend enough time out here to even like try to come up with this on my own. I just avoid all of this as much as I can.
What happened to Billy?
I was gonna say, I'm getting
He's
a
over
whole
on the
lot of
corner there.
He went into the
I'm gonna be standing right in this.
Billy's in the
What
vortex.
else that we have to
A little more that way,
plan
you know, facing that
Next
way. They were
year.
still
on my birthday
opposite direction.
is that big eclipse.
Oh,
Yeah.
And done. So it's the door.
I don't know if there's much